Wait. Before moving forward, quiet your heart for a moment. You might be wondering what is going to happen in your life. Perhaps there are questions in your mind that remain unanswered. Perhaps you have spent many nights worrying. Perhaps you have looked to me many times and asked, "Are you still with me?" I want you to know today that I never left you. Even when you did not feel my presence, I was with you. When you felt your prayers were vanishing into the empty sky, I was listening to your every sigh. When there were tears in your eyes and you told no one you were breaking inside, I knew every ache in your heart. I am your creator. I did not create you merely to survive in this world, but to walk in the light of my grace. My grace is no small thing. It is not just a blessing. It is not just a gift. It is the power that sustains you every day, whether you recognize it or not. The fact that you are breathing today, that is my grace. The fact that your heart is beating today, that is my grace. The fact that you have another opportunity today, that is my grace. You often focus on what you lack, but I want you to see what I have already given you. People often keep staring at a closed door, forgetting the 100 doors that are already open. That is why I have come to remind you today that my grace has been at work in your life from day one. You may not remember everything, but I do. I remember the day you went through a difficult situation and yet survived. I remember the time you were on the verge of a decision that could have harmed your life, but I steered you away from it. I remember the moment you stood in the darkness of despair, and I lit a small ray of hope for you. You thought it was a coincidence, but I know it was my grace. Imagine a farmer. He sows seeds in his field. That day, the field looks empty. Nothing appears to be growing. Onlookers might think nothing is happening. But the farmer knows that life is at work beneath the soil. The seed is breaking open, roots are forming, growth has begun, even though on the surface everything appears still. In exactly the same way, my grace works in your life. You cannot see the results. You cannot feel the transformation. You feel as though nothing is happening. But I am working in places your eyes cannot reach. Growth often begins where no one is looking. The deepest roots develop in hidden places, and what is invisible today could become your greatest testimony tomorrow. So do not mistake your current situation for the final truth. What is visible is not the whole story. For I work behind the scenes with just as much power as I do in the open. Many recognize my grace only when they achieve great success. But my grace is not found only on the mountaintop. My grace walks with you through the valleys too. When illness comes to your doorstep and then retreats, my grace is there. When an accident is averted, my grace is there. When your family stays together instead of falling apart, my grace is there. When you have just enough for the day, my grace is there. You may feel that you have very little, but pause for a moment and reflect. How many people are praying for the very thing you have today? This does not mean your dreams are small. This does not mean you should not move forward. It simply means that gratitude and faith go hand in hand. The person who learns to give thanks for today's bread becomes worthy of handling tomorrow's harvest. And here is another truth you must understand. My grace is not merely for your physical body. My grace is not limited to your financial needs. My greatest gift is my word. For food sustains the body for a time, but truth gives direction to the soul. Wealth can solve some problems, but wisdom can transform a life. That is why I have made my words a light for you. When the world is filled with illusion, my truth shows the way. When fear grips your mind, my truth grants courage. When people try to lead you astray, my truth keeps you safe. Remember the story of a builder. He wanted to build a house. He erected beautiful walls. He added attractive decorations. But he did not pay enough attention to the foundation. For a while, everything seemed fine. Then, one day, a storm came. The wind blew, the rain fell, and the entire structure began to shake. On the other hand, there was another builder. He worked solely on the foundation for months. People mocked him. They thought he was wasting time. But when the storm came, his house remained steadfast. The lesson of life is clear. What is unseen is more important than what is seen. And my word is that very foundation of your life. When circumstances change, my truth does not. When people change, my love does not. When the world becomes uncertain, my purpose remains constant. That is why I want you not to seek only my blessings. Seek me, know my heart, not just my gifts. Accept guidance, not just solutions. For when you learn to walk according to my words, you receive not only help, but also direction. And success gained without direction can eventually lead you astray. But every step taken with me leads you toward the future I have lovingly prepared. Some lessons reveal their purpose only with the passage of time. What feels like a delay today may prove to be a safeguard tomorrow. And what you do not understand today could well become the strongest foundation of your faith tomorrow. But the story does not end there, for you have yet to realize that my grace works not only to save you, but also to transform you. And what I am about to share next could completely alter your perspective on life. And now, I want you to lay open before me that part of your heart you have kept hidden for so long. For I do not look only at your external circumstances. I also know the battles raging within you, battles no one else is aware of. I know the thoughts that trouble you in the silence of the night. I know the worries you conceal behind a smile. I also know the wounds that remain unseen. Many times you told people everything was fine, even though you were exhausted deep down. Many times you tried to remain strong, even though your soul longed for rest. And yet, here you are. You are still moving forward. You still carry a small flame of hope within you. Do you know why? Because my grace does not merely save you from falling. My grace also gives you the strength to rise. Many think that strength means never breaking. But let me share a profound truth with you. True strength means maintaining faith even after you've broken. It means moving forward even when nothing makes sense. It means holding on to hope even when there are no answers. It means taking a step forward even when the path is not visible. That is faith. And faith shines brightest where circumstances are darkest. Imagine a traveler. He had to reach a distant mountain. At first, the path was clear. The sun was shining. The direction was easily visible. But as he moved forward, a thick fog descended. He could no longer see the entire destination. He could only see the next few steps ahead of him. He did not stop to complain. He said, "I do not need to see the whole journey. I only need to see the next step." Slowly, he kept moving forward. And eventually, he reached the very mountain he had envisioned. Life is often just like that. You want to see the whole picture. You want to know what will happen a year from now. You want to know when your prayers will be answered. You want to know in which direction I'm working. But often, I do not show you the entire journey. I reveal only the next step, because if I were to show you everything at once, you might miss the lessons meant for the present. Some paths are understood only as you walk them. Some answers are found through experience. And some doors open only for those who have faith. That is why I want you to trust my guidance more than your fear. Fear always magnifies potential problems. Faith always magnifies my presence. And where my presence is, hope remains alive. But there is something else you must understand. Often you pray only for the things you want to possess. Yet I see far beyond that for you. A small child sometimes asks for something that could be harmful to them. They do not understand, but their parent does. That is why not every request is granted. Does this mean there is no love? No. Sometimes a refusal is also an act of love. Sometimes waiting is a form of protection. Sometimes a closed door is a blessing. A father went to the market with his young son. The child saw a shiny object and insisted on having it. He did not know that the object was dangerous for him. He cried. He became upset. He felt his father wasn't listening to him, but the father knew what could happen next. Years later, when the child grew up, he realized that being kept away from that object that day was actually his protection. Similarly, you're often saddened by the things you did not receive. You think I have forgotten you. You think I am not listening to your prayers. But the reality is often different. I see what you cannot see. I see both the outcome and its impact. I see both the present and the future. And because I love you, I sometimes protect you even from the very things you mistake for blessings. Some truths are understood only with the passage of time. What seems like a rejection today could prove to be a safeguard tomorrow. What feels like a loss today could prove to be a great protection in the future. And this is where the healing begins, when you accept that I am not merely powerful. I am also wise. I am not just a giver. I am also a guide. I do not merely listen to your prayers. I also choose the best answer for them. Now I want to tell you more deeply about the power of my word. For there are so many voices in this world. Every day, people are saying something or other. The news says something, fear says something, failure says something, the world says something. But you must decide which voice will shape the direction of your life. If a sailor were to turn his boat in the direction of every wave at sea, he would never reach his destination. He needs a steady course. He needs a reliable guide. He needs a compass. My word is that very compass for your life. When emotions change, my truth does not change. When circumstances change, my truth does not change. When people change their opinions about you, my love does not change. Your identity is not defined by the opinions of others. Your worth is not defined by circumstances. Your value is not defined by success or failure. You are valuable because I created you. You are cherished because my love for you is everlasting. Your life has purpose because your existence is no accident. Look at a potter. He takes the clay in his hands. At first glance, it appears to be nothing but ordinary clay. But the potter sees within it what is not yet visible. He shapes it, he refines it. Sometimes he presses it, sometimes he spins it, sometimes he waits, and gradually that very clay transforms into a beautiful vessel. If the clay could speak, it likely wouldn't understand the process. But the potter understands what he is creating. There are many processes unfolding in your life right now that you do not yet comprehend. Many situations feel uncomfortable to you. Many experiences seem difficult, but I am shaping you. I am cultivating patience within you. I am developing wisdom within you. I am forging a character in you capable of handling the blessings yet to come. For merely receiving blessings is not enough. One must also learn how to steward them. And often, the preparation is more significant than the receiving. That is why I do not rush you. I nurture your growth. I strengthen you. I transform you into the person capable of fulfilling your purpose. But the story goes further. For the next truth will reveal why certain storms were allowed into your life, and how those very storms began transforming you into the person I had envisioned from the very beginning. Now, I want to tell you something that many people fail to understand. They recognize my grace only when life is calm. They feel my love only when everything is going according to their wishes. But my work is not limited to sunny days alone. I am just as present in the storms as I am in the days of peace. And often, the very season you wish to avoid becomes the most important preparation for your life. I know there have been days in your life when you asked, "Why is all this happening?" You wondered why there were hardships if I was with you, why there were struggles if I heard you, why there was waiting if I loved you. These questions are natural, but there is a profound truth here that you must understand. Not every storm comes to destroy. Some storms come to change your direction. Some storms come to steer you away from a path that could have harmed you. Some storms come to deepen your roots, and some storms come to show you where your true strength comes from. Imagine a mighty tree. When it was a small sapling, it was shielded from the wind. But as it grew, it had to face the winds. Every strong gust drove its roots deeper. Every season made it stronger. Had it always remained in a sheltered environment, it might never have grown so magnificent. The lesson of life is simple. Comfort does not always lead to growth. Often growth is born in circumstances where you discover the strength hidden within you. And that strength is not yours alone. It comes from my presence. That is why, when you go through difficult times, I do not abandon you. I walk with you. I sustain you. I do not let you break under a burden you cannot carry alone. You might feel as though you are struggling all alone, but if your spiritual eyes were opened, you would see that I was with you at every step. When you were weeping, I was there. When you thought of giving up, I was there. When you felt there was no way out, I was there too. And often you mistook the strength that was actually my grace for your own. Remember, you did not reach this point through your efforts alone. There were many battles in your life that you could not have won on your own, yet you survived. There were many dangers you were not even aware of, yet you remained safe. There were many situations that could have turned against you, yet you kept moving forward. None of this was merely a coincidence. My grace was at work all around you. Listen to the story of a shepherd. He had a small flock of sheep. One day, a thick fog descended. The sheep panicked because they could not see the path, but the shepherd remained calm. He knew the way. He also knew where the dangers lay and where safety was to be found. All the sheep had to do was heed his voice. The sheep that stayed close to his voice remained safe. Those that wandered far away fell into trouble. Life is just like that. When the world is filled with confusion, the most important thing is not whether you can see everything clearly. What matters most is whose voice you are listening to. If you listen only to the voice of fear, every direction will seem fraught with danger. If you listen only to the voice of despair, every possibility will appear closed off. But if you listen to my word, you can find direction even in the darkness. That is why I repeatedly call you toward my truth, for my word is not merely for reading. It is meant to be lived. It is meant to guide your decisions. It is meant to transform your thoughts. It is meant to strengthen your heart. And this is precisely where many people falter. They desire blessings, but not guidance. They desire results, but not transformation. They desire success, but do not wish to walk according to the truth. Yet, the person who makes my word the foundation of their life gradually attains a stability that no circumstance can shake. Look at a river. It originates in the mountains. Along the way, it encounters rocks. It faces obstacles. It navigates twists and turns. But the river does not stop. It finds its path, sometimes flowing over the rocks, sometimes moving around them, sometimes passing right through them, and ultimately, it reaches its destination. Why? Because its flow remains constant. You too will face many obstacles in your life. Some people will try to stop you. Certain circumstances will slow you down. Moments of despair will try to pull you back. But if you keep walking with me, your path will not be blocked. It may change. It may take a turn. It may look different than you expected. But it will not come to an end. For I myself provide the strength to fulfill the purpose I have set for you. Now I wish to share another important truth with you. Often you think that your greatest need is money, or opportunity, or resources. But in reality, your greatest need is my presence. For one can find peace even without money. But without peace, even wealth turns into restlessness. Resources can lead one astray if there is no direction. Opportunities can go to waste without wisdom. But when my presence is with you, I can guide you toward the right time, the right direction, and the right decisions. A traveler was crossing a desert. He carried a great deal of baggage, but he lacked direction. Another traveler set out with very little baggage, but he had an experienced guide. Who reached safety in the end? The one who had the guide. The lesson of life is clear. Proper guidance is often more valuable than vast resources. And that is why I want you not only to ask what you possess, but also to ask who is showing you the way. For when I become your guide, I do not merely show you the destination. I keep you safe throughout the journey as well. There may be things you do not yet understand. Some questions may remain unanswered. Some situations may still seem difficult. But have faith. Every chapter of the story I am writing for your life has a purpose. No tear has gone to waste. No prayer has gone unheard. No period of waiting has been in vain. What appears scattered to you, I am bringing together. What looks like a delay to you, I am using for preparation. And even through what seems lost, I can still work. But what I am about to share next may touch your heart the most. For now is the time to understand that my grace is not limited to merely saving, sustaining, and guiding you. My grace is also shaping your future. A future that could be far more beautiful than anything you have ever imagined. Now, I want you to place the fear you are harboring about your future into my hands for a few moments. I know that sometimes you worry when thinking about the days ahead. You wonder what will happen next. You wonder if the dreams you have cherished in your heart will come true. You wonder if the doors you're praying for will open. You wonder if the people you care about will remain safe. And amidst all these questions, your mind grows weary. But today I want you to remember one thing. You do not know the future, but I do. You can only see today, but I see from the beginning to the end. You are reading a single chapter, while the entire book lies open before me. That is why when you draw conclusions based solely on your current circumstances, your heart often becomes discouraged. But I see what is not yet visible. I see the opportunities that are currently on their way. I see the relationships that will enter your life at the right time. I see the answers that are currently in the process of unfolding. And I also see the blessings you once prayed for, but have now almost forgotten. Imagine a gardener. He does not decide a small plant's future based on its current appearance. He knows that in time, that very plant can grow into a mighty tree. While others see only its present size, the gardener sees its future potential. I view you with that same perspective. I look beyond your current limitations. I look beyond your weaknesses. I look beyond your past failures. I see the person you can become, and that is why I continue to work patiently in your life. Because I am not just crafting a solution for today, I am also preparing for your tomorrow. Often you want everything to change instantly. You want the struggle to end. You want the answer immediately. You want success to come right away. But if everything is received before the right time, one often cannot handle it. That is why I do not merely give blessings. I also provide preparation. I do not just offer opportunities. I also grant wisdom. I do not simply open the door. I also make you capable of walking through it. Look at a young eagle. When it is small, the nest keeps it safe. But there comes a time when it must learn to fly. If it were to stay in the nest forever, it would never know the sky. That is why it is gradually prepared for flight. At first, it feels afraid. It thinks it will fall. It feels unprepared. But the capacity it needs already exists within it. It simply has to learn how to use it. Moments will come in your life too when you feel unprepared. But let me remind you that I have placed more within you than you realize. I did not create you merely to survive. I created you with a purpose. I did not create you merely to endure struggle. I created you to make an impact. I did not create you merely to receive blessings. I created you to be a source of blessing. And when you begin to understand this, your perspective starts to shift. You no longer ask only, what will I get? You begin to ask, what was I created for? This is where life gains depth. This is where purpose awakens. This is where the soul finds direction. But there is something else you must understand. Past mistakes do not determine your future. Many people stop moving forward because of old wounds. They think that because they failed once, they cannot succeed again. They think that because they made wrong decisions, their future is limited. But I want to remind you that my grace is greater than your mistakes. My mercy is greater than your weaknesses. My love is greater than your past. A potter never gives up just by looking at broken clay. He can reshape it. He can give it a new shape. He can restore beauty to it. In the same way, I too can work in those areas you consider lost. I can bring new faith to shattered hope. I can bring new strength to a weary heart. I can bring new possibilities to paths that seem closed. And that is why you must not let your past become the master of your future. What is past is merely a chapter, not the whole story. The story of your life is still being written. And I am still at work. I am still making a way. I am still preparing. I am still connecting. I am still healing. I am still teaching. I am still loving. Some people focus only on what they have lost, but I want you to focus on what remains. For often, what remains becomes the beginning of the next blessing. Imagine a mountaineer. As he ascends, he often sees the valleys below. At times, he feels the journey is too difficult, but the higher he climbs, the broader his perspective becomes. What once appeared to be a problem begins to look small from above. Life is much the same. When you look only at the problem, it seems immense. But when you draw closer to my perspective, you begin to understand the bigger picture I see. And that is the moment when fear begins to fade and faith begins to grow. Now, I want you to know that my plans for you are not limited merely to survival. I want you to walk in my light. I want you to stand firm in my truth. I want you to experience my love. I want you to know my peace. I desire for you to attain a life filled with my guidance. And all this becomes possible when you begin to order your steps according to my words. For my word does not merely provide information, it brings about transformation. It does not simply offer direction, it imparts life. It does not merely offer comfort, it grants strength. And that is why the person who abides in my truth gradually begins to walk in the light, where darkness loses its power. But there remains one final truth, a truth that binds together my grace, my love, my protection, my word, and your future. And when you grasp it, a new peace will be born in your heart, a peace rooted not in circumstances but in me. And now I want to lead you to the truth that lies at the heart of this entire journey. You have heard about my grace. You have heard about my protection. You have heard about the power of my word. You have also understood that difficult times are not always against you, but behind all these things lies a reason that never changes. That reason is my love. I do not sustain you because you are perfect. I do not bless you because you have done everything right. I do not walk with you because you never fall. I am with you because you are mine. My love is not based on your achievements. My love is not based on your successes. My love does not change according to circumstances. I love you when you feel strong. I love you when you grow weak. I am with you when you are filled with faith. I do not forsake you even when you have questions in your mind. This is the truth that takes many people years to understand. They think they must first become worthy. They think they must first set everything right. They think they must first be perfect. But my love was with them from the very beginning. And today I want you to know this too. You do not need to be perfect to come to me. You simply need to come with a sincere heart. For transformation always begins with love, not fear. A small child was learning to walk. He would fall repeatedly. Sometimes he would lean too far forward. Sometimes he would lose his balance. Sometimes he would even cry. But his parents would pick him up every time. They never said, "We will love you only when you have fully learned to walk." No, their love was already there. It was that very love that gave the child the courage to rise again and again. And eventually he learned to walk. This is a beautiful lesson of life. Your growth is the result of my love. It is not conditional upon my love. That is why when you fall, I call upon you to rise. When you wander, I show you the way back. When you grow weary, I grant you rest. When your mind becomes burdened, I give you peace. And when you feel that no one understands you, I know every thought in your heart. But there is an even deeper truth. My grace is not just for your today. It is for your tomorrow as well. The work I begin in your life, I do not leave unfinished. I nurture the fruit of the seeds I sow. I provide the strength to walk the path I reveal. I offer the necessary support to fulfill the purpose I assign. That is why you should not make judgments based solely on your present struggles. Often people draw conclusions after seeing only half the story, but I see the whole story. Look at a weaver creating a beautiful carpet. If you view it from below, the threads appear tangled. You cannot discern any pattern. It seems chaotic to you, but the weaver sees the complete picture from above. He knows exactly where each thread belongs. He knows how beautiful the final image will be. Often your life feels just like that carpet viewed from below. Some events make no sense. Some twists seem unexpected. Some periods of waiting feel endless. But I see the entire picture from above, and what appears scattered to you today is part of a beautiful plan in my hands. Some things are understood only when the time is right. Some answers are revealed only at the journey's end. Some blessings are recognized only after a period of waiting, and some miracles are visible only to those who keep their faith. That is why I want you to fill your heart with faith, not fear. Fill your thoughts with hope, not despair. Do not measure your life solely by your circumstances. View it in the light of my words. For when you stand upon my truth, the changing circumstances of the world cannot control your peace. When you walk under my guidance, darkness cannot dictate your direction. When you remain in my presence, fear begins to lose its hold over you. And when you learn to recognize my grace, you realize that I was with you all along, even on the day you wept, even on the night you could not sleep, even in that moment when you felt all was lost. I was there. When you thought of giving up, I was there. When you held on to hope for the very last time, I was there. When you felt there was no way left, I was still making a way. and I am with you, even today. Right now, at this very moment. With every breath you take, with every prayer you offer, with every step you take, so do not fear the future, I am already there. Do not be bound by the past, I am calling you forward. Do not despair over your weaknesses, my power is still at work. Do not give up in the face of your struggles. I am still holding you up, and above all, never forget that my word is the light of your life. As long as you remain in my truth, you will find direction. As long as you accept my guidance, you will find protection. As long as you trust in my love, you will find hope. And as long as you recognize my grace, you will understand that you were never alone. If this message has touched your heart today, remain still for a few moments. Recall the events in your life where you felt everything was over, yet later saw that I was at work. Remember the blessings you took for granted. Remember the moments of protection you dismissed as mere coincidence. Remember the answers that arrived at just the right time. And then, anchor this belief in your heart. The one who has sustained you thus far will continue to sustain you. For my grace has not ended. My love has not diminished. My word has not lost its power, and my plan for your life is still unfolding. The most beautiful chapter may yet be unwritten, so move forward with faith. Move forward with peace. Move forward with hope, and move forward remembering that I am ahead of you, with you, and working on your behalf. Now fill your heart not with fear, but with faith. For where my light is, darkness cannot remain. And where my grace is, hope never ends.